In this project, we'll discuss how to model a chair like the one shown here, the complete suspension system, or you can see the cushion which you exactly feel when you sit here. So that can be modeled through your hose. That will see how to bend it, how to positions the armrest, and then the wheel system for rolling this and moving this in different directions. This all we'll see. So quickly I will show you. So what all steps we are going to adapt. So initially we'll create the seat support, then we'll copy the back support, copy it and place it in the 90 angle. Then we'll be creating the spring support, and this spring support we have to bend it and you have to attach properly like the one is shown here. So that you have to control, and after that you have to position this properly, and then we'll go for the bottom cushion where your wheel system and this base will be mounted, and that will be taken care by this, and then we'll be creating the base different direction handle, and we'll be applying the tappers to control this, and then we'll be attaching the wheels to this, and that modeling also will be doing through your items like the bend modifiers, and then you will be attaching the rollers like this, which will be creating through the tapered cylinder, and then we'll move to the arrangement of this in the proper directions as shown here, you can see. So this particular ribs which you attach and the wheels you attach has to be positioned, then we'll map it for the 5 different directional positions, and then you will be done with your model. So this will look like this, and then we'll be positioning our handles, and here you can see the joint, the handles which is being mounted to your bottom, and then you will copy your supports to this side, and finally will be done. So let us move to our slide to start with the project. So this is the final output which we can refer. So let us start with the project. So first of all, we'll go to the chamfer box and we'll create our base with the required chamfer. I'll go to the Z so that I can align it and properly size it, and little bit of more, this much is okay. This I can go for 2500, and this also 2500. Just I will look it for confirming. So little bit rectangular, so where the width is more here. So 3000 will be sufficient. Next we'll move this, and I will go for the rotate. Then I will go to the front view, and I will position in the required placement here, and from the left side we can map this properly. So here you will be attaching this, so this will be okay. So here we will be attaching our suspension system. So I'll check again from the front view, is okay. So now we'll be creating our suspension system. So I'll be taking the hose. This will be my suspension system, and I'll be controlling through modify the properties like the starts and end and cycles you can increase. So more cycles I'm going. Diameter, this much will be okay. And number of sides you can increase for smoothing. Now I'll go for a bend modifier. And I'll be controlling the bends. So I'll go to the front view. I'll select this and I will position in line with my requirement so that I can attach this properly. So I'll go to rotate. I'll go to the left side view and again I'll go for rotation like this. Again I'll move this. I'll switch off my rotation handle and I'll go for a scale so that this can be scaled down. Then I'll go to move and I'll go to the bend center. You can adjust this based on our requirement. This will be mounted like this. So I'll go to the front and I'll position in the center. Now I'll look how it looks like. So little bit of more diameter will be good. So I'll go for the diameter. So this will be okay. So like this, we can create the suspension system which we are going to attach here. Next we'll go to the bottom rest where we'll be using again another hose. And here also I'll be controlling the cycles and diameter. Little bit of this much will be okay. I'll go to the top view, I'll go to Z and I'll go to F3 so that properly I can align this in your center area. So this is my center area. I'll go to the front and then I'll move this like this. Now the ground mount I'll be attaching to this so that I'll be creating a typical frames of your standard primitive, that is your cylinder, which I'll be adding. I'll go to the top, F3. I'll be moving to this exact center. I will zoom it. I'll go to F3 so that clearly you can see this. So where is this object? You can find this. You can do one thing, go to H. Once you go to H, here you can see the cylinder. So easily you can select the cylinder and move to the proper locations. F3. This will be okay. Now we'll be attaching the wheelbase. So I'll be going to the extended primitive, and then I will be going to the chamfer box. So I'll go to the top view so that easily I can conceptualize. So I'll set different parameters here. So like heights will be of this magnitude, and all these frames are okay. So I'll apply a taper, and these all dimensions little bit I'll move here. I'll be going to rotate, angular snap, so this will be okay. So here I'll apply taper, a taper modifier, and here you can see the amount, which directions. My directions will be Y. In the Y directions you can have your taper. See from the top, and this I'll be rotating. Maybe the position. Any particular positions. So we'll look the size and shape, and then we'll reorder it. So first of all, I'll go to the move handle, top view, F3, and I will try to allocate this like this. So I'll position this properly. This will be okay. I'll go to the front view. I'll select this. Get the proper locations. Here little bit of more scale you can attach, and you can go to move and you can place it. Go to F3 and check this. So still you can move. It's okay. Next we will be creating the mounting roller support. Here you can see this will be your support. So I'll go to the top view, and I will be creating by using a standard primitive, a hollow cylinder. You can see here a tube, little bit of thickness, and here you can go to slice and you can go to 180. The slicing is done, and what about the different parameters, and you can go to your rotate. From different directions you can control it, and I can go to modify, and here I can change this particular height. Maybe this much sufficient. So I can move this near to this. I can adjust through my rotations handle. So I'll switch off the angular snap so that easily I can control in line with my requirement. I can go to move. I'll switch on the snap so that this particular snap can be moved and positioned. And still little bit of more rotations. I'll switch off the snap and I'll position. You can go to the move and you can position your handle. So you can go to the front view and you can set this. Little bit of still inside, go to the front view. So this first model also you can align to the screen and you can model also, but I have shown you here how you can control this in any particular directions. Then directly you can create your roller support. You can go to the extended primitive and you can go for directly the chamfer cylinder, auto grid, and where you can align to your screen and directly you can create your rollers. And directly you can align this in line with the requirement. You can go to the front view. Right. So like this you can directly control your positions. You can go to scale and little bit of more scale you can give. So all these controls clearly you can do for creating your base wheel support. So once you create this, you can create this as a group. Go to group, base underscore wheel underscore mount. So this can be done. Next you can go directly to the top view, go to F3 and select this, and directly you can go for your array. So you can go to the rotate and rotation center has to be this. So you can go to the hierarchy, affect pivot point, and this pivot point has to be mapped to this particular point. And now you can directly control these numbers. So 360, when you divide by 5, that gives you the total angle. So this angle you can directly specify here, 72, and directly you can go to shift. So object you have to select clearly. Align to object, and then directly you can select your objects and you can start your operations. So you have to move it and you have to position this where exactly you need. Then only the rotation process will be properly aligned. So this is perfect. Now you can go to shift and you can control, release this, and total numbers you can set here, and I'll move out of this, switch off the angular snap, and I'll go to F3. And you can assign different colors to your items. So 2 items are aligned here. And this will be your this color. You can have a particular color here also, like this. Now you can create your handles and base support. So different design you can set here. So I'll show you a very simple design. I'll go to the standard primitive. I'll go for the box. I'll create the base support like this. This much will be sufficient. And here I can directly apply the number of sides, and I can go to the turbo smooth. So this box, these parameters, if you increase, the turbo smooth will be controlled in a better way. And now you can design your handles. So the same object, I'll copy this, shift, and you can copy this. You go to the angular snap and rotate this to this side, and then you can apply bend modifier directly to control the handles. I'll go to bend, and you can have your bend modifier in the proper direction. Direction is Y. So this will be the directions. This you release it because when you go for the copy, here you don't do the instance, just you go for the copy, because instance reflects and updates the original object also. So that may create problem. So I'll go for the bend modifier and I'll attach it. I'll go for the rotations and I'll allow the rotations. And here I will create a little bit of more scaling so that easily I can accommodate my this resting. And here I will be going for a small box in the auto grid mode to create the support element. I'll go to the front view. This you can see. I'll go to the left side. You can have a little bit of rotations. I'll switch off this rotation snap. You can just control this from the front view so that this will be aligned. Yeah, this is fine. I'll move this. And this both will be copied to this side. So in this way you can finish your chair, and where you can use different commands which I have used in a different order, and you can master for creating any type of typical objects like the one I've shown. Thank you.